Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is the founder of a company called Diestco Manufacturing Corporation, headquartered in Chico, California. His name is Dan Diestco. Dan, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to have you.
Listen, before we get into this, you had a chance just a little while ago to answer some questions from William Shatner. Let's pause, take a quick look, and see how that went, and then we'll be right back. Okay?
While you're here, I have one important question for you. We all know how important manufacturing is to America, but what role do you play in this industry, and how does it help to move America forward?
Mr. Shatner, what we do is bring those using wheelchairs, scooters, and walker a better way of life. We go to great lengths to solve all the obstacles that disabled people face every day. And Mr. Shatner, that is what we do to help move America forward.
You know, that was very interesting. You told Mr. Shatner that you have come up with a way to help people who use wheelchairs, scooters, and walkers and things like that, a way to help them lead a much better, more productive life. Let's get into this subject. What is it you do? How do you help them?
Well, what we do is we fill the void that the manufacturers of the wheelchairs or scooters don't provide, such as cup holders, bags, places just to keep your wallet, for instance. We're an aftermarket company, so we fill that gap, allowing people to, carry cups or carry a hot cup of coffee or a beverage with them, or keep their wallet, their medicine, whatever the case may be.
Well, that's pretty fascinating. The logical first question would be, is this something that the manufacturers of wheelchairs and walkers and things don't normally think about?
Well, it's not so much that they don't think about it, it's just that they're focused more on their vehicles and making their vehicles either more maneuverable, tighter spaces that they have to maneuver in, such as apartments, houses, and things like that. They're working towards making it an easier ride, longer charging, and things like that, to where they're leaving the accessories, if you will, up to aftermarket companies such as ours.
And that's pretty amazing. Are there a lot of companies that do this?
Well,
you're one of very few, aren't you?
Yes, for the accessory companies that are just mainly accessories, yes, we're one of the few. There's probably about a half a dozen that are focused on, the bags and the trinkets that go along, such as lighting and flags.
Well, let's take a look at this now. Maybe our camera can get a shot, because sitting right next to Dan is a typical seat from a wheelchair. And as the camera pans up, first off, you're going to notice there is a bag hanging on the back here. There's the bag.
Yep,
demonstrate that a little bit. What do you call this?
This particular bag, this is the largest bag on the market. It's ideal for shopping.
Could put groceries in that. It's strong enough to hold groceries.
Your laundry, so that you have some area to carry a lot of gear.
The top lift up?
And the top does lift up. It's called the monster bag because it is the biggest one. And basically, the bag is a single cavity type bag to allow a lot of space and then extra pockets on the side.
Right.
Now, sometimes it may be that the care provider needs to carry some things as well.
Right.
Such as the persons may have diapers that they need, or they may need extra clothing that they may have to store. So it's a way to carry all that.
Well, that's obviously a necessity. Yeah. I could see people needing that.
Yes.
It'd be hard to carry a lot of it. You couldn't carry stuff if you didn't have something like that. Let's go back to the shot here, because in addition to that, if you tilt up, you're going to see there is a canopy over the seat, and this is another thing that Dan's company, Diestco, makes.
And this is the flagship product right here.
This is what started it all.
This is what started it all, when watching an individual up in Chico during the summer months just beat down by the heat. And we were discussing it over lunch with my wife, that all of a sudden we have baby strollers with canopies. How come there isn't any for the wheelchairs?
This is more intended for shield from the sun than it is from rain?
Well, sun, it can be from the rain. However, rain doesn't, cooperate by falling straight down. So we do have a drop over plastic piece that gives you a little bit more rain protection. And
this is it's a great story that Dan has, because you were in the radio business.
I was at the time when we came out with the idea. And
when you saw somebody on the street
needing some protection,
needing shield from the sun.
That's correct.
And this is where you, as you just mentioned, you talked to your wife. This was the germ of the idea, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's an idea that's handed to me. We pursued it.
What'd you do? Explain to me. What happened?
Well, we finally got the patent through.
Well, now wait a minute. There's a lot that goes on before you get a patent.
What'd you have to do? You do the due diligence of trying to find out, working with the different agencies, such as the independent living centers, and to find out if this is something that's going to be viable. And as the patent process took 3 years, so their kind of overlap each other. And you design what you think is going to be a good product.
So did you design it?
Yeah, we do.
And did you actually go get a wheelchair and start playing around with it?
Bought a wheelchair at a yard sale, and all of a sudden that we put the canopy on it and pinned one up together, because I didn't know how to sew, but we just pinned it together and then took it down to a seamstress, and she cleaned it up, and that's what designed the product.
And did you call the wheelchair companies to find out if they provided things like this?
After we knew we were going to get the patent, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And so we do.
You're still working in the radio business?
No. I don't do any more radio.
No, you were then, though.
Oh yeah, at the time, yeah. And then when we realized that this was something that had potential, we turned in the resignation at the radio station, and 20 years later, here we are.
Here you are, one of the biggest manufacturers of not appliances, but extras, for wheelchairs and walkers.
Absolutely.
How many different products do you provide now?
Probably somewhere between 50 and 100.
No kidding.
Different types of. There's so many different versions of covers, and we have so many bags that are on armrests, on tillers. This is an armrest bag.
Let me show you one here. I have something here. This is, for example, this is a typical armrest. Okay. But now we turn around. This is a bag that you have.
And that one is the large saddle bag, and it's ideal for students and for workers. It carries a 3-ring binder. So it's got plenty of space. It's compartmentalized. We also have the cup holder that you're seeing there. That's our newest cup holder. And that basically,
soda in there.
That basically is unbreakable, which is an important factor in the industry, because the difficulty getting in between doorways is very little tight space. So a lot of times they catch their cup holders and they rip them right off.
And as you said, you learned a different way to put the Velcro on, which holds this on the arm through trial and error?
Well, from trial and error, and also at the trade shows. Our trade shows we treat as, when we're going to end user shows, we treat them as the laboratory, if you will. And they kind of give us guidance as into, where to move Velcro around, where to make something easier, what to maybe change or compartmentalize. For instance, cell phones have changed in size. So a lot of our pockets have had to change.
And you manufacture these all in Chico now?
Yeah.
You have a plant there.
Yeah.
You have people up there. You have seamstresses.
We have a whole crew.
You've got people making this.
Yeah, it's a good deal. We got a crew up there. They're a great working crew, and we make everything up there.
How are the products distributed?
Well, we have about 2,000 dealers throughout the country. We support our dealer network.
The dealers are the ones who carry the wheelchairs and the walkers?
they carry it, the brick and mortar stores. You see MedMarts around. You also see the scooter store advertised on TV, and those types of facilities that are all over the country. They buy our products and they sell them, and what we do is we advertise to the end user through trade journals and magazines, and then we direct them into the dealer network.
So has this become a pretty good business for you?
Yeah, it's definitely, paid the bills.
You never had the idea that this is what you were going to be doing,
did you? No, I never
did.
did. No. Never had any idea that I was going to be a manufacturer in a handicap industry. It's extremely rewarding. It was extremely addicting because of the people that you end up working to provide product for are so inspirational because of the obstacles and everything they've had to overcome.
And do they submit ideas to you for things? Is that where you hear about new things that are needed?
We do. We do hear a lot of companies, or individuals, they design things, and necessity is the mother of invention, and they send us ideas, and we're trying to get a page on our website right now to where they get exposure where we're not really going to carry that product, or
right.
it may not be right exactly in our fit, but we will allow them to get some exposure through our website.
And what do you think separates or differentiates your products from those of your competitors?
Some of the observation, and it's just simple. I think we stick to simple more than anybody else. We have a lot of safety involved. We just started adding the reflective safety tape for visibility during overcast days or at nighttime driving. We have safety flags. We have different features that no one has a canopy, for instance.
And quality of product, right?
Oh, quality of product is top flight.
Quality is number one.
Absolutely.
What a great story, Dan. Thank you so much for stopping by to tell us about it. It's a very interesting company you have, indeed.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm William Shatner, and you're watching Moving America Forward.
This organization represents companies across our great nation that embody the spirit, dedication, know-how, and can-do attitude which has made America the great nation it is today. And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Dan Diestco, the owner of Diestco Manufacturing Corporation in Chico, California, for the outstanding work that his company is doing to help keep America moving forward. Dan, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. This award is not only just for myself, but for everybody at my staff up in Chico, for all the people who have helped contribute their ideas and recommendations in support of the products that we have. Our dealers and us, we've always felt that it's a partnership. I can't do it without them, and they can't do it without us.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.